Pickaxe.
Hello and welcome to 0 Degrees, the podcast with no qualifications where we try and solve your complications. I'm Ravs and I'm joined with the lovely Lydia and Harry, my good friends. Hello, how are we?
Hello. How you doing?
How you doing?
Doing good. I'm sure you're all noticing that we're not on camera right now. We are simply just very busy with things coming up. Me and Harry are going to Vegas next week.
Yeah.
Lydia's doing backflips or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just
We're
we're busy.
to hospital. She's got a hospital appointment. She's got to go spend the week in hospital while me and Ralph have fun in Vegas.
Exactly.
Shut up. Don't make it
it is.
happen. Don't foretell it. Jesus.
But no,
we'll be.
we know
we'll be
people.
back.
Yeah, we know people have been really enjoying the video stuff, which is great. I've been enjoying it as well. I feel like it makes me avidly watch back bits of the podcast even more so now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The set's looking real nice as well.
Yeah.
That's great.
Apparently TJ built all of those lights himself.
He built them from scratch.
He said if you can design us a cool logo, he can 3D print it
Oh my god,
and make us a cool light logo.
I would love that. We might have to do
Yeah.
that then.
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
that'd be sick as hell.
We've
Hell
also had lots
yeah.
of guests on. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it feels like we've been peppered with guests recently. With Trot and Tom. It's been been nice to have lots of guests on. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, we had a
Yeah,
long
it's been
drought
good.
and then
Yeah.
the cup overfloweth.
The cup overfloweth with
Now the cup
runneth-
runneth over.
That's
funny
what I'm
and
trying to say.
friendus. Let us know who you think you'd like to have on next. I feel like we've gone for a good amount of the Yogs people now. We've made a good headway into it. Do you know what I mean?
Good dent.
I want to get some non-yogs on. I've always wanted to get weird people on this fucking podcast. I want to hire a fucking guy off Fiverr to come on the podcast. Or,
Oh my God.
Some weird shit. You
I
know?
guess that becomes more complicated to do when we're doing it in person.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's true.
That's
That's
become
true.
stranger. Like or interviewing or having someone on the podcast who's weird over the internet, I'm very comfortable with. That just
Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
can just hang up and run away. But it being awkward in person feels a lot.
I wonder if there's a
worse.
way for us to have
Yeah.
a remote guest while we're in that room, though. That might be
We
possible.
don't
Moving
have
it
wear
with a janky.
headsets.
That's true. We'd also get a janky TV set up and have them on the TV at the table.
This is crazy, Phil from
Oh.
Fiverr. Phil, talk
Yes.
about your Staples collection.
I'm fucking crazy, mate. Love
crazy.
staples, I do.
It's right, yeah, we're hanging up on Phil.
Yeah.
Oh my
Nice
God.
chat to you, Phil. See you next time.
The thought of doing it with a randomer makes me feel so anxious.
Yeah.
Just the
Really?
thought that if it's just really uncomfortable and just sitting there like, oh God, I hate this.
How's your guys' weeks been anyway? What's the goss? Any hot tea to share?
No hot tea
No,
for me,
no goss.
Nothing exciting. No crazy weeks. No tea.
No, I feel like I'm just trying to
No.
mentally prepare myself for going to Vegas again, to be honest.
Me too.
Oh my God,
Mentally,
you guys are going to be
financially,
ruined.
gastronomically,
Wow.
just every bit. I feel like I'm just not prepared. I feel like I've thought about it a lot, but I haven't really done anything to get ready for it. Do you know what I mean? It's that
You
classic.
just psych yourself up.
I bought
yeah.
myself some clothes. I've done my ESTA, but I still feel so unprepared.
How many days are
Yeah.
you guys there for?
I'm there from Tuesday till Sunday.
Okay.
I'm there
okay.
Wednesday
And
to
Harry-
Monday. Yeah, same
Harry-
time.
yes.
Just one off.
Yeah, pretty much, but a day off. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So that is quite a long time in Vegas then.
Oh,
I think just also
I think-
travelling
I
that
think
far
it's
is-
too long.
I think it's a little bit. I think it's a little bit too long, but I'm just not going to go that crazy for the entire
Yeah.
time. I do just also kind of
I'm
want to
definitely having a no drinking chill day because
Yeah.
I literally will need that.
Oh my God. Yeah. Didn't last time you just went hard like pretty much every day until
Well,
the
we were
last
out
day
there
or
for
well,
10
something?
days. It was
Yeah,
insane.
so
Jeez.
we did San Diego for a bunch of it, and that was amazing. And that was party. But with a little bit of some worky bits, couple of meetings here and there, and chatting and networking. Whereas Vegas was just for us.
Yeah.
Vegas was just let's just get really fucked up, and we did that.
for 3 days.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. I just
and
couldn't.
I didn't
Which,
stop. I
to be
stayed
fair,
up all night.
It's not like we hadn't been getting fucked up in San Diego. I just don't know why we just didn't need to be that long.
It's a long time for a boozy holiday.
Yeah.
A week and a half is wow. That is that's
the
a
crazy
commitment.
thing is that there's no bedtime. Vegas does not have a bedtime. If you want
Yeah.
a drink
Bedside.
at 6 a.m, you can have it. It's scary.
I need that barman saying no. You know, if I
Yeah.
go in
Yeah.
and just like when do I start and stop? It just is always going.
But the barman's like, you should go play some roulette, buddy.
So there's just the alcohol license is just 24 hours a day then. There's just no time that you
constant.
can't buy alcohol. Wow.
Yeah, and you don't know
Yeah.
what time of day it is, so you're just like drinking and have a good time. Then all of a sudden it's like, oh,
Oops.
yep, it's 7
Oh
a.m.
my God. You guys are going to come back like fucking little shriveled raisins. Like I'm just imagining just little draugrs from Skyrim like wandering into the office.
Like legit, like I've spoke to you a bit about it already, but I think when I get back from Vegas, I'm going to attempt sobriety.
Yeah.
I
A little break.
think or like have a major cut down on drinking because I don't want hangovers anymore, and I'm already fearing the hangovers I'm going to have in Vegas.
You'll probably
Yeah.
want a break when you get back. Like it will be good inspiration because you'll probably be like, okay, fuck yeah. It's time to have a rest.
Definitely.
Time to have a
Definitely.
chill.
But,
Yeah.
but I think it's also kind of fun to go on a holiday where you just burn the candle at every end. Do you know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
like,
let off some steam.
just like-
and...
blah, fuck it, we're just gonna go crazy, and then you're just like, okay, that was too crazy. Now I need to recharge for a year. It's just
Yeah, 100%. You
like
get it out your system.
I kind of like that. I kind of think
yeah.
that's a good.
We have like
healthy
a
thing to do.
bigger squad this year as well. Like we
There's
got
a
the
lot
Hat
of
Films
people,
boys
yeah.
joining us and stuff. Like, oh my
Nice.
god.
But I think that larger group will. I'm praying make it actually less crazy because I think
I hope so.
the fact that we were like there was like a group of like 4 or 5 of us last year, and it was just like constant. We were just like, let's go drinking, let's go drinking, let's go drinking. There was like no one to even like murmur otherwise. It was just concentrated. Everyone is there to get just drinking. Whereas I feel like we've got more people. Not everyone will be as hot onto drinking, and so that will like water it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more of a varied kind of like
Yeah.
what people want from it.
Do you know what I'm excited to see, which is weird? I kind of just want to see it in person. It's this fucking sphere.
Oh my
It's
God,
been
yeah.
uploaded on my
too.
fucking like social media feed. I just
Yeah.
kind of want to see what it actually looks like in person.
Big smiley
I-
face.
Yeah.
I feel like there's $400 for a ticket to U2. Like
What?
It's crazy.
I think it's like
That's the cheapest
$400 to see
ticket.
the thing. To see you too, right?
I don't
to
know how
see
much
you
I
two
care
at the
about going. Like
Sphere.
going inside, it looks pretty cool.
How much is it to go inside?
You
You can get it cheaper, right?
yeah, you can get like cheap little experience tickets for
Oh.
like $20, and you go inside and just like they'll make you feel like you're in a giant rainforest or whatever. Like
Oh, so sorry,
Yeah.
I misunderstood. So you two are playing in the sphere. Is it an arena? I didn't really know what it was, to be honest.
no, it's a giant arena with basically LED screens. So if anyone doesn't
Yeah.
know, I guess I should explain. The sphere is a giant sphere that they've built in Las Vegas, and it has LCD screens on the outside of it, so it can project and play all these crazy videos. You know, it can look like a basketball, it can
Yeah.
look like an eyeball, it can look like a smiley face, and then on the inside, it is like a concert hall, but with the same LED
Right.
screens on the inside.
Yeah.
so you can
they
just
can have crazy visuals.
like insane, like immersive visuals. Yeah, you just feel like you're flying through a fucking entirely other land. You know, they can make it look like you're on a different planet.
Oh, you should totally go inside. That sounds awesome.
So they actually were talking about making one in London, I think.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Um,
That'd be cool.
the thing is, it works in Vegas because Vegas just doesn't sleep right. So
Yeah.
you can have this giant, basically, ball of light constantly pumping out just
Yeah.
light pollution everywhere. It was like
Yeah.
you build it in London, and I don't know, I feel like you got some fucking old granny down the road. It's like, turn that sphere off. It's
They have
past
to build it
12.
by, I think they'd have to do it by a waterfront or something, like so that it's a bit out the way.
I just don't think, like, where could they put it? Like,
I don't know, like
I just don't think it would work in
in
London.
the Docklands somewhere, but so much residential.
Yeah, I think it works in Vegas because it is a kind of a bit tacky and like,
Oh, there's so much light
over the
pollution
top
at night anyway,
and
right?
light
Like,
pollution. Yeah. Whereas
Yeah.
I don't think it would suit
I
in
say
London.
let's do it. Let's move towards a cyberpunky future where there's just big lights and neon and everything's going on all the time. I'm into it. Let's do it.
Yeah, just full on cyberpunk. Let's go.
Send it. Let's send it.
Let's send it.
I love
Who
that.
needs to
It's like-
sleep?
We're like, Rouse, how would you feel if that was next to your flat in Bristol? Do you know what I mean? It's like,
I'll just get good curtains forehead.
yeah, it's just one of those weird things, right? It's one of those weird things that humanity has built, and just going to see it, I feel like is kind of awesome.
Yeah, I think whilst you're there, especially as you are there for quite a while, like definitely go inside. I'm just looking up, like, if you want, like, you just want to look around. Okay, 20
Yeah.
quid for the day. Yeah. Is that
For the
right?
day,
No, sorry, wait,
There's
I'm a
the
liar.
Sphere Experience tickets.
I'm
I
a
think were
liar.
the cheapest one. They weren't like super expensive. It's like where is it?
Looks like it's maybe about $70.
Yeah, I mean it's also when I was looking, it was like 2 months out. It's now a week away.
Oh yeah,
Those
they
ticket
might.
prices would have gone up.
Yeah.
But if you haven't looked up the Sphere U2 concert, it's pretty. The inside looks quite incredible when it's all playing.
That must be insane. Like the lights that they can show that they can put on whilst they're performing.
Yeah.
Yeah. U2, like, people hate them like they hate Coldplay and all that shit.
Why?
Right?
Why do
But,
people hate U2? I don't know enough.
I don't know, dude. Like, U2 has got some bangers, but like I'd only be going. I looked at their set list and I'd only be there for the encore, really.
So I think people hate U2 because in the
They
same
forced the album on us,
yeah,
right?
one of them was that they forced the album onto everyone that had iPhones, which was annoying. And I just think something about Bono is I think people find him very unlikable. I guess in the same vein as Coldplay. I just thought this. I feel it as well, and I don't know why. Maybe I've just been like influenced by.
But I always
the
thought
internet.
people hated Coldplay because they were a bit kind of soft. They're a bit like a soft band. Do you know what I mean? They're quite like emotional. They're not like Coldplay aren't like none of their songs are like super cool. Do you know what I mean? It's usually quite positive or it's quite like introspective. I thought that's why people hate them. But I like Coldplay.
I like Coldplay. Yeah.
I think
I
Chris
liked
Martin's
early
great.
Coldplay. I'm gonna be one of those people. I liked the first 2 albums they did.
I'm not saying I
they
love
were
every
good.
song they do, but they're good.
Not every song.
Okay. Oh, sorry. No, I was just going to say, I just did a little Google, and it seems it might be because Bono is a pretentious douchebag. I don't think has done him many favors. And I think where their music went, people just dislike it. I don't know. I'm not sure myself. I'd have to do a deep dive.
Say, the other one is Nickelback, right? That's the other one that's in like the trifecta
poor
of hate.
Nickelback. I do feel for them.
I don't. Wait, what is the most hated like band? That's like
It's got to be Nickelback.
No.
Maybe Nickelback, but is it now Imagine Dragons? Because I think
I really do find Imagine Dragons. I find Imagine Dragons and Chainsmokers equally like the same levels of cringe.
I don't even know who they are.
Imagine Dragons, they do like the
that radioactive song and Monster and all that shit.
Yeah.
I liked their song in Arcane though. That was good.
I did, but it just it tasted like every bland Imagine Dragons song ever.
Yeah.
You know, it's just. Ugh.
I feel you.
I've got Imagine Dragons in my mouth.
Imagine dragging these nuts
across your forehead. Got him.
Very nice. Apparently, the 12 most hated bands of all time are Nickelback, Limp Bizkit, Creed, U2, Mumford & Sons, Bob Dylan, Fish, Radiohead, Kiss, Dave Matthews Band,
what the fuck?
Coldplay,
The disrespect on Radiohead.
and Green Day.
I was just in Mumford
Why
&
is
Sons.
Radiohead there?
Why are Mumford & Sons so
Because
hated?
the guy's a massive cunt Tory, Harry.
Is he? I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe. I mean, we've well established on this podcast that I'm not as big a music head as you guys. I'm certainly like not as involved. But like, do people not just listen to music and not like dig into the artist, the people's like entire like personal being? Do you know what I mean? Like, is there like, I don't know. Is there like some parasocial shit going on?
I think so. I think there is a big part of it where it's like, yeah, your feelings about them can be really heavily influenced by, I mean, it's like anything, right? Your feelings about an actor and things can be heavily influenced by how they present themselves. And you might not want to, it might be like a subconscious thing. Like, you know, if an actor that you're aware of starts suddenly saying loads of, I don't know, like awful fucking terrible stuff, you might not want to watch a movie they're in because then you just don't really like them. I guess it can be that kind of thing as well.
It feels like a lot of the complaints about these musicians are they're just cunts. Like not like
I think
they're specifically annoying. They're just arrogant. It's like
okay,
yeah. I imagine if you're a fucking top of your class, world class musician, you're going to become a massive fucking cunt. Like that's kind of part of the course, isn't it?
I don't know about Marcus Mumford, okay, but I just looked it up, and it's not him, but it was the guy, one of the other guys in Mumford & Sons, Winston Marshall, was like alt-right.
Winston.
And is like a fucking bit of a cunt.
Really? Well, fuck him then.
Do they still hang out with him?
He's out. No, he's out of the band. But Marcus Mumford begged him not to leave the band.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Wow.
I also think an element is if a band become extremely popular and they have very just like radio friendly music that gets played all the time, people get sick of them. Like I think that's what happened with Coldplay. and they just
Why?
yeah.
Sorry, I just realized I keep interrupting you. Like
No,
a
I
piece
do
of
it as
shit.
well. I do it as well. I'm sorry. It's because we're just doing audio. We can't get the
Yeah.
facial reactions to play off of, kind of thing.
It blows my mind that Radiohead's on that list. Though, why do people hating Radiohead? Like,
Because
what's
they
going
don't
on
put
with
out
that?
enough music.
Is it just, do people
That
feel
would
like
be
they
nice.
sold out or something? Like, why do people hate radio? Because I wasn't really aware of people hating Radiohead. Is
I'm
it because
a
of
big Radiohead
Creep?
fan.
Like, that's such a massive song. People got sick of them.
Like a Kings of Leon situation, like Sex on Fire. Like, I heard that song
Yeah.
9 million times.
Is it that?
Is it partly because I feel like people innately like what you actually did was on that list. You just named basically some of the biggest bands that have ever been in the world ever, right?
Yeah.
Like, is it that people just love to build something up and then they also love to just tear it down? They love to hate. Like, it's so fun and cool to hate on something, to do that 180, and just people look for that reason. Same reason that people read like shitty tabloid headlines, right? Like, there's something in us that just goes, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna hate it now, and it feels kind of good, and I'm cool. I'm too cool for that. This
Too
guy's
cool for the
prick.
mainstream.
Like, is it some of that wanky coolness?
It could be a big part of it. Yeah.
I know that, like, I saw them in a festival called Transmit back in Glasgow, and it was fucking amazing.
Radiohead.
But I remember people, like, kind of protesting at the gig, and Tom York getting really pissed off.
Oh, really?
Because they had, like, weirdly topical, they agreed to play a massive concert in Israel. And, like, Glasgow is very, like, free Palestine. Like, there's, like, a lot of that in Glasgow. So maybe that's, like, a reason people don't like him. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, that kind of, that I think when you're in the public eye, that kind of stuff can really follow, like we do develop parasocial relationships with bands and artists and actors and authors that we like, it is hard to separate the art from the artist. So stuff like that does get involved.
You guys got any problematic faves?
Ooh.
Anyone you guys like that?
I mean, I love Leonardo
Pog?
DiCaprio, but he's I don't know if I'd describe him as problematic. He
What?
certainly
He's
is
not.
very. He has some weird.
dude,
He
he's
does
like
some
nearly-
weird actions.
Oh, wait, the fucking no woman over
Yeah.
25 thing. Wait, yeah,
look,
you're right.
yeah, it's legal. Is it morally okay?
It's
That's
just
a question
yeah,
mark.
It's just a bit gross, isn't it?
Society's
When he's
kind
like,
of made its mind up on that, but he is a bit of a fucking weirdo. He does some weird. You hear just some
Yeah.
weird things, but I
Yeah.
still love him in almost everything he's in. So
yeah, same
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, I can absolutely vouch
really,
for that.
really hard to quash those. Just like, Leo, please don't be a fucking paedophile.
Yeah.
Like, please don't be a paedophile. Please.
I've had a similar thing recently. I watched the Elvis movie, and after that I really got into Elvis's music. I've been like listening to him a lot, like reading about him, and that man did some awful fucking things. Like
Really?
So I was exactly the same. I watched that Elvis movie and I was like, man, that movie was great. I love
Yeah.
Elvis. And then I started just reading even just his Wikipedia. I was like, oh, like this is very much like one side of Elvis's life.
Yep. It's very much like
What
sparkles.
type of shit was he doing?
Well, Priscilla, his like very famous wife, he met her when she was 14 and he was 24.
Elvis!
Yeah.
Buddy, what's going on there?
Exactly. And there's all this thing about he sort of like, well, he groomed her and he made her dress the way he wanted her to dress. And,
He's not the one, Elvis.
Yeah.
Back it up.
exactly.
He's
so
a fucking hound dog. Jesus
Well, yeah,
Christ.
Dog.
Exactly. So now I have this horrible moral thing where I've really gotten into his music, but I mean, I know he's long dead now, but like morally, I'm like, oh God, you were horrible, but I really like your music. Oh, fuck. So it's that.
I
Yeah.
thought there was, after watching the movie, I found lots of questions around whether, the movie makes it like he's celebrating a lot of, African American culture, and actually that maybe wasn't the way it actually went down, and it was more
that he
him appropriating.
Yeah, stole it. And
So
there's a big
that's
debate
like-
about that.
There's
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's complicated.
Humans are complicated. Humans are complicated creatures.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I think also it's really obvious in these cases. Nothing is ever like, it's never either side is right. The truth is probably somewhere in the middle, but just fuck, like.
Why has it always got to be musicians, though? Why is it always like a musician you're a fan of that turns out to be a cunt?
Oh my God, so many of them.
Like-
so many musicians I listened to when I was a teenager.
Oh, I don't know. Actors are pretty up there, dude.
Oh,
Axis are pretty bad as well, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah, but like, I'm a big Grimes fan, but she's a fucking idiot.
Oh,
she's
God.
she's unsufferable. I cannot.
Yeah.
I
Oh
cannot
my
even
god!
just
Like,
like.
I love her music, but fuck me, like Jesus Christ, she was she's multiple children with Elon Musk for a fucking start.
Do you know what's really sad? Whenever I just like see her like speak about something, I'm like, you're just really
Oh my
dumb.
God.
You're just a really dumb person. I think she just comes across as like just really not. And it's like, I'm really fucked up insane, but it's really not intelligent. She just spouts some real fucking like grade A trash.
I think she said some dumb
really?
shit recently. Like, we're not human. We're homo techno now.
just
we're
like
part
fucking
machine. I
Just
was like,
shut
okay.
up.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Between her and Kanye, I'm just like, fuck
Oh,
me.
God.
This is literally
Oh, my God,
the worst,
yeah.
I'm
worst
out.
time.
I'm out on Kanye. And I've been out
Kanye.
for a long
Yeah.
time. Like,
Kanye
I'm sorry.
broke my heart. I was so into his. I think some of his albums I genuinely think are like masterpieces. I think they are absolutely incredible pieces of art and music. And fucking hell, that man is awful. It's
So
just
fucking bad.
it's the worst. He is
worst.
a terrible. Yeah, he's a great example of it. Someone that, I mean, he was always arrogant and awful, but now he's just like genuinely a shitty person.
Yeah, I'm not, and I'm not a Kanye apologist at all, but I do 100%. It clearly looks like his mental health is spiraled, and
yeah.
that is 100% to be blamed at the people around him.
100%. I will
And
always.
It's pretty sad.
Yeah, like he has bipolar. I'm very familiar with it and what it can do to a person, and I do feel sympathy. I do feel, it's sort of a sadness for him, because I imagine having that and being in the public eye and being that famous can lead to some pretty awful scenarios. However, it doesn't make you
The things
say,
he's saying and doing is unforgivable.
yeah, are unforgivable.
Yeah,
It
it's
doesn't,
insane.
having
It's
bipolar doesn't
insane.
make you say those awful racist things, or
No.
he does to his core have terrible opinions. I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But
Ugh,
my God, we
people.
went so serious.
Yeah. We
Well,
had
I'm
to. We had
give me
to.
that list of. Do you have that list again? Of
Oh, yeah, I've
those
got the
most hated
list.
Bands?
Well,
Can
apparently-
we go through them?
All right. So according to science, I'm not sure how science has anything to do
Who
with
the
this.
fuck? What? Sorry.
According to
Your
science?
source for this is like science.com. Science
This is
what?
A man in a lab coat
science.com.
has some test tubes and he pulled like a couple of
Science.com is
musicians out of it.
run the fucking lab tests.
Science.com. All right. Number one
Fine.
is Nickelback. Number
Yeah, that's like the popular one to
Can we?
hate, right?
Yeah.
I know we're taking the podcast in a different direction, but like, can we dispel and get to the bottom of each of these? Like Nickelback.
Okay.
What
All
did
right.
they do? Like, why?
were they
I
just
think-
kind of cringy?
I think it was that Rockstar song.
Oh, it's
I think-
probably
I think That's that
that.
song that probably made everyone think
that was
wow,
like
these are tacky and
hot for
awful.
one summer. Like,
I'm done.
I know,
15 years
How many
ago.
times did
I
you
like
hear
that
that
song.
song?
I think it's
I
just like,
just
I love
wanna
it.
be
Big
big
rock
rock stars.
stars, yeah.
Living something, I should drive 50. And like, wasn't Fred Durst in that music video as well?
Probably. They were like
Didn't they?
double awful.
Yeah.
But I've just seen something. Imagine Dragons have surpassed Nickelback as the worst band of all time. I can't believe I've never even heard
Wow.
of these people.
you 100% would recognize their music. There's no
Really?
way
Yeah.
that you.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah,
Um,
we've got Nickelback, Limp Bizkit. I'm guessing that's because of Fred Durst.
Fred, I like
You have to
Limp
talk- you
Bizkit
have to explain
as like
Fred
a
Durst to
fucking
me.
teenager, dude. As a teenager, like, yeah, Limp Bizkit was cool. But now, like, I just don't think it's, in the modern era, it's just not great. And I think he's a bit of a piece of shit. I don't know. I don't.
He's a bit of a
Who is he?
dickhead,
What does
isn't
do?
he?
I don't know.
He's the Limp Bizkit. You've never listened to Keep Rolling,
Rolling,
Rolling, Rolling.
Like, probably
Yeah.
through like
Rolling, rolling,
osmosis,
rolling.
but not through choice.
It's like always wearing that fucking red hat and shit. Like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
He's an old man. I'm just googling him. He's old.
Hmm
Yeah.
He's old now, yeah.
He's old
He
now.
looks a
Yeah.
bit like Louis Tomlinson from One Direction, and that's a weird,
What?
just an interesting thought.
That
He's got
makes-
that. His face
What?
is
He's been
very
arrested
similar.
a bunch of stuff. Like, I think there's been like some domestic stuff between him and his ex-wives and shit. Like, if
Right.
anyone that's had like fucking 3+ wives, I'm just like, you know,
Yeah.
Why are you
like-
shaming the multi-wedders?
the multi. I don't know.
Is that what they refer to as
Whoa.
the
No, I
multi-wedders?
don't know. I
There
just
was a
said that.
feud between Limp Bizkit and Placebo
Oh,
that
there
began at a
was.
show.
There
Yeah.
was.
Okay, all right, back it up, Lydia.
Yeah.
Back up. It's
I've
okay.
got-
You're okay.
What
I'm
the
holding you
fuck?
back.
Hold me back. Hold me
holding
back.
you back. I'm
Hold
holding
me
you back.
back. Yeah, Fred Durst was like a dickhead to Placebo or something like that.
There's a whole part of his Wikipedia that's just called feuds.
Yeah, he's one of those
Slipknot,
guys.
Britney Spears, Taproot, System of a Down, Creed, Placebo, Shaggy, Too Dope from the Insane Clown Posse, Marilyn Manson, Puddle of Mud.
Oh my god. Yeah, but he's one of those people, basically. Yeah, fights with
Yeah.
everyone, is just a dickhead.
The
you know.
music just did not survive that like new metal, like
yeah.
area. You know, like
Yeah.
you know, no one goes back. I guess some people still listen to Linkin Park and stuff, but like
There's like a very specific band of America
Yeah.
that probably still listens to like his music,
Yeah.
but otherwise,
yeah,
no one
Yeah.
cares.
yeah. So I guess that makes sense. Who else is on
Yeah,
there?
who's next?
The next person, oh sorry, where was I? Is Creed. Then I don't know really anything about
I don't know much about
Creed.
Creed.
Fuck them.
Then U2, we've discussed that. Mumford & Sons, discussed that.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan, I don't know. I'm surprised. I've never heard
Why
anyone
is-
have an issue with Bob Dylan.
I am not much of a Bob Dylan enjoyer. Like my brother really likes him. I've
Really?
heard a couple of songs that I'm like they're good, but a lot of it I'm just like, man, I just don't get it. I'm just not a fan of it.
I don't know much about I don't know much of his music, but I like what I know. I'm not really sure. Okay, I'm not really sure. Chat. I'm not streaming right now. Comments. Let us know if you know why everyone hates Bob Dylan.
Yeah, I know nothing. His wiki says nothing. I don't
Yeah, I think that's a weird one. We've got Fish.
I think it's
whoever that
because
is.
he's hard to get into. I think I'm reading some people don't like him because his back catalogue is so vast. People don't know where to start with him.
That's a weird reason not to
You
like
can't
someone.
fucking be like
That's
the
not
10
fair.
most.
Some
Sorry,
people-
there's literally
yeah.
people like you fucking people like Michael Jackson aren't on this list, who was potentially a paedophile.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that
Like-
can't be the reason.
Like, you can't fucking have Bob Dylan of a MJ because people, you got too much music. That's fucking.
I guess this
insane.
is bands, so maybe if it was like included solo artist, well then you'd have like Beatles on here. Well, actually, no, Beatles discography isn't huge. Anyway,
No,
sorry,
it's
I'm
not,
getting
yeah.
sidetracked. Okay, and then we Radiohead. We know that Kiss. I don't know why. I don't really know much about Kiss. I just know that they have
Gene
those
Simmons,
crazy
do you-
tongues. Yeah.
What was that TV show that Gene Simmons was in?
Oh.
He
What
in a
was
TV
it?
show. Like I just remember it so vividly as a child.
Gene Simmons' Family Jewels.
It was like a TV show.
Wait,
he was-
what?
It was like a reality TV show. Was it like American? It wasn't like American.
He was in The
Idol.
Apprentice.
Wait, you're not thinking of the Osbournes?
No.
No. He was in
No.
The Apprentice because I see Trump's face.
Maybe he was in The
He was in that.
I can't remember. There was like a TV show he was certainly in that I was like, I saw him and then I saw him with his makeup on and I saw as a child, I was just like, fuck this. This is too scary. It's
He's
too
just
scary
kind of
for me.
scary, right?
He's a scary guy. He's a scary looking guy out of makeup, to be honest.
Yeah. I'm not exactly sure why people don't like them. And then last but not least, because the least one was Nickelback, is the Dave Matthews Band, who I don't know at
It's
all.
just, who the fuck is that?
I wonder if that's a popular band in America or just I just don't know them.
They did that song "I'm a Joker."
Oh, that one. I'm a dance smoker.
Yeah, I believe. No, that was the
Oh.
Steve Miller Band. Sorry, my bad.
No,
What
Dave
on
Matthews
earth?
Band. I don't
All
know.
over you, Ralph.
What
Sorry.
the hell?
So I would like to formally apologise to the Steve Miller Band.
What?
Let's find out what the Dave Matthews Band big songs
Poor
are.
Sam editing this is going to be crying. He's going to be,
Yeah.
he's going to be crying his fucking eyes out,
Sobbing.
Ralph.
Sobbing. I don't recognize any of these.
This band looks like it was fucking AI generated. Like, it's so generic. It's so fucking generic.
The Dave. Yeah, I don't.
I've said-
I'm wondering if they're big in America, and that's.
I feel
their deal.
we've probably heard these songs somewhere at some point, but I don't recognise this.
I don't recognize any of them. I don't recognize.
Yeah.
I'm not recognizing any of the words I'm seeing. It's like I'm reading
No.
a
Yeah,
foreign
me
language.
either.
No.
Yeah.
Let us
Okay,
know in
very
the comments
interesting.
who's your least favorite band. Which band do you hate the most,
Yeah.
and why? Why do you hate them?
Everyone's gonna have such different tastes, so someone's gonna be like Billie Eilish because
No,
I
so-
don't like the modern pops or whatever.
Oh,
Shall we?
but
Okay, we'll
but
include
she's
any
technically
musician.
a band. Yeah, I think any musician because she's technically a band of her brother, right? Like,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'd count them as a band. I think it's. I feel like band is weird. Like, I'd include solo musicians in there. Who's your guys
Yeah.
then? Who's your guys top hated?
Ooh.
Top hated, but you still would listen to their music. That's the catch, right?
Wait, you hate them, but you would listen to their music.
But you would still listen to their music.
Oh. I don't know if I have one.
No.
No.
I'm trying to think. Like, I get really annoyed when people put on Weird Al, but like I have so much respect for Weird Al, but like hearing Weird Al as an adult now makes me angry.
that is
that's
very
kinda
true.
fair.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like if someone you're at a party and someone puts on a Weird Al polka song, I'm like,
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
off,
Okay.
dude. Like, what? You've just killed the whole vibe. Like,
Yeah.
he's
but
just
I don't want to
too
say Weird
goofy.
Al because like he's like, you know, he seems like a nice dude.
He's like Weird Al is the vibe of like asking for a high five after good sex. He's just like, bruh, like, no, you can't do this with Weird Al. Just not.
It's just kind of cringe. Yeah, kind of cringe.
like- it's
But I mean,
like-
that's the whole thing, right?
Like,
Yeah.
I have like, that's like they will come for me. They will come for me.
Right.
I don't like Taylor Swift.
Crazy. He's a crazy man
But-
to say these
but,
things.
like-
He's
but, like,
crazy
I'll
for
be-
saying
but,
these
like-
things.
Wow.
But like, if I be in the club and like, I don't know about you, I'm feeling 22.
22.
Comes on, I am dropping it, man. I'm fucking dropping it into
dropping it
ground.
like it's hot. Like
But,
slut dropping.
it. Yeah, dude, I
Nice.
start slut dropping it. Like, you know, she's got a couple of songs that I could listen to, but like, you know, I don't get that. Call me Romeo, you be Juliet. That's not the
Call
lyrics
me
anyway.
Romeo.
It's a love story. I hate that shit.
I mean,
It's
this.
just so big. I don't get it.
Okay, how about we blend this very long intro into a question, because I think this actually links up to one of the questions we have here,
Okay.
which is let me just find it. Okay.
Wait, well, hold on, because I definitely want to know what you two guys hate. I hope
Well,
that is in this question.
Yeah, it does. Okay. Hi guys, absolutely love you guys. Been listening since the beginning. I finally got around to asking a question. Is there anything mainstream that everyone seems to enjoy that you dislike or that you've never experienced? Or let's just say that you dislike for this purpose of this. Such as a show that everyone wouldn't shut up about, but you absolutely hated, or a famous book you've never read. Something along those lines. What do you guys think of that?
I mean, Taylor Swift.
I mean, if we start with musicians, then we can go to TV shows or movies.
Yeah.
But that's like, I dislike, but I don't like it. Yeah, okay, just straight up dislike.
I don't know. Now I'm questioning myself because I'm like, okay, Taylor Swift has some like decent songs. Like, is it just I hate how popular she is? I don't know.
I think I really struggle, and I really do struggle with screamo music. Like,
Oh,
Yeah, I
God.
really struggle with that,
Me
dude.
too.
Like,
I've given it. There's various genres that edge close to that I can enjoy, and some bands that utilize bits. Like, I don't mind Pierce the Veil, but like there's like that's like texturally as close as I can get to like being like, oh fuck, anything deeper in is just I just don't. It doesn't do anything for me.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
I straight up just don't like it.
I don't like pop punky, like screamo-y type stuff where, you know, the main singer definitely has that fucking emo fringe haircut.
Okay,
He's wearing
yeah.
skinny black
When
jeans.
I was
you know,
given away to you.
I could be the one who falls for you. Like, oh my God, I fucking hate all that shit, man.
Oh my God, guess who I'm seeing tomorrow?
Placebo.
Who?
No, Blink 182.
Hey, nice.
Oh.
Where are you?
But that's a banger. I'm not gonna hate on that. That's a banger.
That's
but
a
like,
banger. That's
The
a
thing is,
banger.
Fuck me,
Rouse,
man.
I think about it and I'm like, yeah, I fucking hate all that shit. And then I go and I'm like, yeah, but these songs are very nostalgic.
Yeah,
These are great songs. I love
you know
these
what? I've
songs.
never been able to get into R&B as well.
Oh my God, I love R&B. What the
Dude,
fuck?
I'm not a but like the type, like, almost like the R. Kelly R&B shit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I mean,
the
R. Kelly
45-minute
should be up there as
I mean,
an
God,
artist.
yeah.
He's like a horrible man, but like that style of R&B, like, you know, a song that's nearly 45 minutes long of a dude just telling a story, and he's like way too horny.
But
you know
know
what
what
I mean?
you're
Like,
talking about
I'm sorry, but like Timberland, like any song produced by Timberland, I could instantly reach into like my top 10 songs ever. Like,
I mean, Timbaland's fucking great.
but like,
I don't know. I just feel
apologize. Like Timberland's fucking amazing. Like a lot of this
Oh,
is
that's
art-
amazing. Do we call that R&B though? I don't feel that's R&B.
I think I'd fit most of the stuff that Timberland does as R&B. It's a bit of hip hop,
Really?
but it's mostly hot. Like all this shit
I'm
with
thinking,
Justin
like,
Timberlake.
The type of shit you turn. Oh, Justin Timberlake's fucking awesome. I'm talking about the shit like you turn on Kiss FM and like there's like some fucking just like I've not heard of the person and they're just singing some shit that's like way too horny and I'm just like, what? Oh, come on, dude.
Yeah.
I see. So you're meaning more like kind of like not
just
so
don't
much
want
traditional
sex
rhythm and
songs.
blues, more
No.
like
No.
poppy, like that kind
Yeah,
of R&B. That
Yeah.
you know.
I like a bit of hip hop and rap and stuff, so I don't mind some horny shit, like fucking Wet Ass Pussy slaps, Cupcake's amazing, but like I don't know, just R&B. It's never really gelled with me.
Okay, all right.
But
Okay.
if you're saying like Justin Timberlake and all that shit, I fuck with that shit. That's good shit.
I would 100% describe Justin Timberlake as R&B.
I would say more pop, but
Yeah, I like poppy stuff.
Yeah, Screamo for me.
yeah, I mean, but
Screamo, yeah.
I agree. But I would say that screamo isn't mainstream.
True. Oh,
It kind of is.
No, screamo isn't mainstream. You'd never.
But they-
Screamo music never ends up in the charts or anything
they
like
say
that.
That's true.
they say mainstream, but then their example is, for example, my friends all hate and make fun of the fact I never watched Star Wars or the Rings, which like is mainstream, but like I guess it's mainstream. I describe mainstream to your friendship group, and I did have some mates growing up that would listen to screamo music. If it's like
Okay.
super mainstream, like obviously I can't stand like the dripping, shitty, like juicy pop of just like a boy band like Blue. I just, as a kid, despised. I will never
Stop
understand
what the
Olivia.
fucking... Are you kidding me, brother?
Blue fucking slap.
Blue
Hell
slapped, man.
yeah.
No, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't
All
bear
rise,
it. Like,
all rise, baby, all
I have a
rise.
cheesy heart at heart,
Yeah.
but like I can't bear Blue. I can't bear like bands like that of that
Okay,
era.
it's cheesy pop
What?
music.
No NSYNC, dude?
Yeah, I'm
Baby,
good.
bye, bye, bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah.
I'm not bad. Bye.
It's
I think-
gonna
I think
be
because I'm a
me.
little bit younger than both of you. It just I grew up with just the shittier, slightly shittier. I didn't have NSYNC. We had just like Blue and the slightly more like budget versions. I feel like
Right.
it wasn't as fun. I don't think of Good Vibes. I don't think of those shitty boy bands.
That's fair. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay. I do actually. I do side with Ravs a little bit with the Taylor Swift thing. I've got another one.
God.
Wait, actually,
what, you guys
I
trying to fucking get our podcast fucking
podcast taken
destroyed?
down.
What are you
Like,
doing?
okay, this isn't fair because I don't hate her or dislike her, and I do like some of her music, and I really like the album 1989. However, it's more that I just don't get the insane hype around her. Like, I think she
Yeah.
does very likable pop music, but the fact that, like, her tickets sell out 2 months before they're even released, and they're
They cost
thousands,
$600 fucking
£600,
dollars
and
and
it's
shit.
yeah, I think she's great. It's just I don't understand where all of this insane hype for her has gone. I think it's just very sort of, I don't know, fairly average pop music. Like,
Yeah, it's pretty.
a bit better than average, but
I don't get it.
I just
that's
don't really
the thing.
understand how it's
Like,
happened.
I'm not being a hater. She's got some fucking bangers, but like,
Mm.
I would never pay that to go see her, and I don't get why the world is like obsessed with Taylor Swift.
her. But one I have actually that I think I can say that I just didn't really like and that everyone seemed to adore was Succession. I'm
Yep.
single-handedly
based take
attacking
Lydia.
Sarah here. She loves Taylor Swift and
Oh,
Succession.
And Succession.
Yeah.
Sarah's a great friend of the podcast, but
Yeah.
fucking hell, two of Sarah's favourite things, two of my most hated things about Lydia. Lydia, you're preaching today. Fuck Succession.
I just don't get what the huge obsession with it was. I watched it
What's
and
the
was like,
obsession with Succession?
I'm only on season 1, but I'm liking it.
yeah,
dude.
I just thought it was okay. I thought it was
Yeah.
kind of boring.
I thought it was boring as fuck.
yeah, I
dude.
just thought it was dull. I don't understand why everyone went fucking ape shit for it. I just don't get
I'm
it.
on season 1. I've not watched it in a little bit, but like I love the theme song. Like I would fucking put the theme song on the walk into the office. I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm here to do business, baby."
Yeah.
And, like I loved Logan Roy. Like I was kind of on his side. The billionaire fucking Rupert Murdoch guy. I was like, "Yeah, all of your
I-
children
I
are
think
cunts.
that's-
Fuck them. Don't give them your money."
I fundamentally disagree with the premise of the show because it is in part rehabilitating some of the biggest demons in our fucking lives. Like
yeah.
I just cannot stand for it. Like it's fucked. Like I find the show boring, but also just on that premise alone, like why the fuck am I going to give my time trying to empathize with someone who has just ruined much of our lives in the UK? Like fuck him.
Absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
and I know it's meant to be no. Like it's meant to be a show where you learn about them, but then you hate them more, and then like I don't care. I'm bored. We live our lives constantly to think about or be scared of whatever Rupert Murdoch's shit decision is going to be. I don't want to fucking waste my time enjoying a show where he's the titular character and I feel
Yeah, that's
empathetic
fair.
to him. Like, I don't. No, he doesn't deserve any of our empathy. Fuck him.
Just thought it was boring.
Absolutely. I
was
liked
really
what I
boring
watched.
as well, Lydia.
I liked what I watched, but I hated every character pretty much.
What's the show you hated, Ravs, then?
Okay, this is like weird because I'm not like a massive sci-fi guy. So when people talk about anything sci-fi or whatever, I'm just a bit like, I'm fucking sleeping on it, man. Like I
same.
just, people be like, oh my god, I love the Star Treks.
Deep
I'm like,
Space
"Oh,
Seven was my favorite sci-fi.
I love Deep Space Seven.
Yeah.
I weirdly watched like the reboot that everyone hated, and I liked it. The one that had like Michael as the main character. It's like this woman, and she's fucking great. And I just kind of yelled at that, and all the Star Trek nerds were like, "This is fucking terrible. This isn't Star Trek." I was like, I kind of weirdly enjoyed the first season of that. I don't think I continued watching because again, space stuff just meh. But
Same.
anything that's like, Captain, we have to reroute the phasers to fucking blah, 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 and speak to the Gorgopulons. I'm like, fuck off, dude. Like, I'm not watching that shit. Fuck right. You're getting going to watch that shit. What's that one? The Orville as well. I'm like, not even going to bother. People talk about it and tell me to watch it. I'm like, no, I'm not going to. Never.
I completely agree. Just,
Yeah. Like all the fucking millions of different
it's such a fucking
spin-offs.
boring.
Do
you know what? I'm gonna say I'm gonna give you a mainstream thing that is not a movie or a show, but it's just a mainstream thing. I don't give a shit about space. I literally couldn't give less of it. Everyone like loses their mind when we launch a new rocket. And I just do not care. Like
Here's
I
the
just
thing.
don't give a shit.
I'm a space enjoyer. I would love to go to space one day. It's so fascinating, all the stars and planets and everything. But, sci-fi, I don't know, it just so boring to me. It's always just fucking big, stupid looking spaceships.
But like,
and
we're not
characters
going to
talking
be able
about
to go
dumb
to space,
shit.
Ravs. Like, we're not going to be able to go to
Yeah.
space. Like, I just think there's like all this like, I guess I'm far more like present-minded than futurology-minded. Like, I don't give a shit about the idea of in 200 years humanity will live on a moon. It's like great for them.
I
But
will be there.
Let's focus on having a good time now. Like,
Yeah.
I don't fucking give a shit about space. I also just don't think there's anything out there. I don't think there's anything interesting. I think we're like, humans are way too idealistic of like, yes, there'll be friends out there and we'll meet a race of people and we're going to build a starship and It's like, no, just shut up. Let's stop killing each other first, please.
Yeah, let's concentrate what's important.
You're not gonna fucking get up in some alien puss, Harry.
Look, I mean, if the aliens want it, if the aliens consent, the aliens of age, then yes, allow me inside.
Then
that
I
alien
am,
puss.
yes.
Yeah.
But
I
until
find
then, I'm going to be enjoying human puss because it's a good
Wowie,
time.
Yeah.
wowie, my goodness.
I just want to have a little fly in space, I don't
fair.
want to go to the moon or whatever. If I could go to the moon and guarantee it's safe and I can have a little jump around and come home, like cool. But if you're like, would you like to be in the first Mars colony? I'll be like, no, I'm
thanks.
good.
I'll be in the 200th Mars colony, thank you, when they figure it out.
When you guys have got it figured out, maybe. Yeah.
I think space is terrifying. I think like
True.
I find it so like if I stare up at the stars and think about it for too long, it makes me feel so insignificant and like pointless. It does actually freak me out. So I'm saying fuck space.
You could move that into, if you change your perspective on that and just think about how small your problems are compared to the vastness of the universe.
Oh, but then what's the point in anything?
Yeah,
what's the point in anything,
you end up with
Ravs?
quite a nihilistic point of view.
Yeah.
Instead, it's
Yeah.
I can't remember what I was listening to. Sorry, maybe I was listening. You know what I was listening to? I was listening to Dr. K talk to Pyrian Flax. This is a lovely pickaxe plug.
Oh, there we
New
go.
Nice.
pickaxe podcast. Dr. K. I was listening to him talk to Pyrian about death,
Nice.
and it was trying to rationalize death with Pyrian, and he was talking about a little bit of that was also about just online spaces,
Mhm.
and the fact that for how many thousands of years, tens of thousands of years, hundreds of thousands of years, humans have only really existed with the concept of thinking about and knowing, a couple hundred people.
Mm-hmm.
And just, we don't deal with these massive concepts very well. And I think that was like, just the idea of that even, we can't scale what 10,000 people, that we interact with on the internet is actually like, or we can't scale with the, that's why like, I think space being intimidating is kind of falls into that category, Lydia, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That it's just so, the vastness is unsurmountable.
Terrifying. It's
And so just-
terrifying.
but also it doesn't need to be surmounted. There's no reason for you to be able to rationalize it or think about it. You're perfectly
Yeah.
fine here.
Just existing in my
here.
little bubble.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, it does. It just freaks me out. But unrelated, I'm also not a very big sci-fi person either.
Yeah.
I'm much more like fantasy
Oh, I
genre
love some
inclined.
fantasy shit.
Yeah. So
But
yeah,
we can't go there. We can't.
we can't
go to fantasy
go.
land.
We can't go. It doesn't exist.
Honestly, if we were spending all that money trying to make portals to other worlds, but rather than fucking making spaceships, I'd be all for it. If we were like, we're gonna make a portal to fucking Elfland because we want to fuck the elves, it's like, yes, that's
Elfland.
fucking. I will spend my tax money on that.
Based.
That's nice. I mean, Harry, you could literally just do what are they called, where you dress up and you go and you
Mushrooms.
I could do some
I could just do
mushrooms.
some drugs.
You could go to
I'm
what?
going through the portal, Harry.
Going through the
That's just me in a cupboard.
Sticking your head in the toilet bowl.
just going into Narnia. I'm going to Narnia to fuck the elves.
That's a Hoover.
Oh my
Go to a
LARPing,
LARP
you mean
video.
LARP?
LARP.
That's it. That's what. Yeah,
Feel
that's
you
the
trying
one.
to get it out.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to think of. Yeah, there we go.
Fuck. Sake.
I wish we had like more good Ren fairs like they do in America. Like, I want to eat a big
You're so
fucking
horny
turkey
for a
leg
Ren
and fancy
fair,
dress.
Rams. I know I said I was trying to fuck some else, but you're so horny for it.
Oh, I love all the outfits everyone's wearing. I want to wear like some nice old, like, I want some fucking, I nearly said tassels. I don't want any tassels.
Some nippy
I
tassels.
want some frills. I want some frilly clothes.
Frill.
And,
Oh.
yeah.
You can do that.
Just do it.
I
Just
could do
just
that.
be the
Do
change you want
it.
to be. Yeah. Live in
Yeah.
the world. Bro.
Linen shirts and stuff, and everyone
Oh.
wearing lovely dresses now. Oh, it's fucking so cool. I love it.
We just need to send you back in time, Rav. So we don't send you to a Ren fair. We just send you back a couple hundred years.
Oh man, I wouldn't survive back then, man.
Yeah, you'll be grand.
I'd get executed on the spot.
Let's just see you and fucking shoot you. Well, they'd chop off your head or whatever, but still.
Mm-hmm.
So,
All right, I think we've got to call it there because we got to
Yeah.
do another back-to-back podcast.
back
Yeah,
to
we're away in
back.
Vegas next week, so sadly no video for 2 weeks. but
weeks.
Sorry.
we'll
We
be
will
back.
be back. And also, I think that the next episode will probably be very question heavy. So if you
I mean,
feel
we
upset
kind of did questions.
that
We
you've
kind
been,
of did questions.
you've been deprived of questions, don't worry. The next one, you'll
Yeah,
get
we'll
your
be-
fill.
Pretty questiony.
There's no way we won't get instantly distracted and talk about something for 30 minutes. All right, we'll see you in a bit.
See you
See
later.
ya. Bye.
Bye.